So, to begin with, we have to talk about Super Saiyan, and normal Super Saiyan. Thanks to the El Manga Legendario guide, which is officially licensed by a company that works for Akira Toriyama, so it is canon material, we know that Super Saiyan Grade 3 is, or Ultra Super Saiyan, the form that Trunks uses against Perfect Cell, is at least 10 times more powerful. And whether it's talking about Super Saiyan Grade 2 or Super Saiyan Grade 1, it is at least 10 times stronger. And Full Power Super Saiyan is at least stronger than that, but people still believe it's not. And the Full Power Super Saiyan is actually only just a 50% increase in that you don't lose stamina. Or you don't lose stamina in it. When you fully power up, you are going a lot stronger. It is even noted on, because even at half power, actually, it still shocks Trunks and Vegeta, even though Trunks and Vegeta had longer in the time chamber, by a lot. And even if you don't want for it to believe that it is actually stronger than Grade 3, like it's just the perfect form of Grade 3, it is at least 10 times stronger still, because Grade 3 is 10 times stronger than at least base. Not base. It is at least 10 times stronger than Super Saiyan 1, meaning it has to have a 500 times multiplier. Even though the Super Exciting Guide only says that it's times 2 of 50, it's just wrong, because there's 4 Super Saiyan grades. Grade 1, which Goku uses against Frieza. Grades 2 and 3, which Vegeta and Trunks use respectively against Cell. And they got fucking annihilated. And then Grade 4, which Goku and Gohan use when they fight against Cell. They do a lot better. So clearly it's not just the same Super Saiyan. So Super Saiyan 2 is clearly times 2 of Grade 4. Because otherwise it just wouldn't make any sense for the scaling and powers. That's part of the problem with the Cell Saga. It's never really explicitly stated. It's only then in other guides that are in other languages, such as the El Manga Legendario, which is very painful. But it does then mean that Super Saiyan 4 is 4,000 times base. So, where does that leave Super Saiyan 4? Well, let's get into GT now. Now, according to the GT Perfect files, Baby's form, like Vegeta Baby with the silver hair, is actually, it says from it, this is Baby's form after he stole Vegeta's body and transformed. I'm paraphrasing a bit. On his head, it isn't gold, but instead became silverish. His now eyes have the same sort of cross lines as General Rild. However, that's meaning that instead of it being gold, it's silver, meaning Baby Vegeta is in Super Saiyan, which means the quote-unquote base Baby is actually in Super Saiyan. Then Super Baby 1 is actually in a Super Saiyan 2, which Super Baby 2 is actually then a Super Saiyan 3. It even says, the guide even actually says, it is resembling a Super Saiyan 3, his final technique. Now, Super Saiyan 3 Goku got completely shit on by Super Saiyan Baby Vegeta, and then once Goku got Golden Great Ape, he actually made Baby scared, and he was completely overwhelmed. He even says, what incredible power. So Super Baby 2 meaning that if Super Baby 2 got an 8 times boost, implied from Super Saiyan 3, that means Golden Great Ape got an 8 to 10 times boost on top of Super Saiyan 3. So Golden Great Ape is not 500 times, it is probably a bit more like 40,000 times base. Now, the question does arise though, what is the multiplier for Super Saiyan 4? Now, before we get into more of that, we have to address a couple misconceptions. One is that in the GT Perfect files, it says that Baby, once it's turned into a Golden Ozaru, bathed in 1,000 times the normal Blutz wave amount. But that doesn't mean it's actually an 1,000 times multiplier. It's never implied that Blutz wave radiation gives a higher amount of power. But another misconception is that according to the GT DVD guide, that apparently Super Saiyan 4 has the same level of power as the Golden Great Ape, which makes no actual sense for many reasons. For one, Pan and many other characters had sensed Golden Great Ape and Super Saiyan 4. They had said that Super Saiyan 4 is unbelievably strong, way stronger, and Pain actually stopped Golden Great Ape, and we can clearly even just see, based from how the fight goes with Golden Great Ape to Super Saiyan 4, and on top of that, Super Baby 2 was getting bullied by Super Saiyan 4 Goku without trying. He was taking punches. He even says that, oh, your punches are nothing, like little feathers? Or no, it's like tiny little pillows. And Super Saiyan 4 Goku, fighting Baby, wasn't even using his full power. He was using a small amount. And on top of that, if they were the same multiplayer, Golden Great Ape and Super Saiyan 4, then Golden Great Ape should have completely dominated Super Saiyan 4 Goku. But it was a little more closer at the start, and then at the end, Goku was able to overpower him. So, no. And the Perfect Powers says... And on top of that, the Perfect Files says that Golden Great Ape Baby has strength on par with Super Saiyan 4 Goku. On par, but Super Saiyan 4 Goku at the start was absolutely toying with Super Baby, not even using his full power, or even close to it. So going by the guides and the series statements, it would make a lot more sense. So Super Saiyan 4 is actually beyond Golden Great Ape, which means it's at least more than 40,000 times base. But the other problem is full power Super Saiyan 4. When all of the Saiyan energy was put into him. Now, it either means it's actually just his full power again, or it means it's like a pseudo, it is like a gradient. But it's incredibly vague. It mostly just more likely means he got his full power and got better control, because I can't even figure out a way to even figure out how it would even be an increase. It doesn't seem to be. And there was a reddish aura, but other than that, there's not much to imply that they actually got stronger. It unfortunately does appear later on with the Shadow Dragons arc, and with the Shadow Dragon saga, it is stated that Sin Shenron is the most powerful opponent they've ever fought, even by the narrator, which I know the narrator's sometimes wrong, but at least for this one, we can assume he's correct, because everything seems to suggest so as well, anyway. And this was after Goku got plenty of training boosts and Zenkais. Since Shenron tanks a 10 times Kamehameha from Goku without a scratch, even though Goku wasn't at 100%, but it's still times 10 Kamehameha, so duh. But Goku ends up having to end up getting Ultra Full Power Super Saiyan 4. It's not entirely clear if it's actually a temporary boost or a completely new grade for Super Saiyan 4, but it's very clear that Goku got a lot more powerful in this one, because while holding back, he was casually just dodging everything from Sin Shenron, like Muhammad Ali, just in the corner, just dodging the shit out of everything. But even then, he starts to bully Sin Shenron with that, and just throws him around, and that made Sin Shenron so desperate it actually made Sin Shenron entirely desperate that he needed to then get all the Dragon Balls to become Omega Shenron, and that's gotta be a pretty big boost from Shenron bullying the shit out of Goku, to then Goku bullying the ever-loving shit out of Shenron. However, unfortunately, in Dragon Ball, we do know that even a small power level boost between, like, a couple hundred or a couple thousand, you can absolutely dominate an opponent. We saw that with Vegeta and I think it was Pui back in the Namex arc, where they originally had the same power level, but then after Vegeta's Zenkai, he absolutely dominates him and just blows him up with some dirty fireworks. But it did mean that Goku was holding back, and formally he could tank a 10 times Kamehameha, means that Goku has to be at least 10 times stronger than before, because it is a 10 times stronger Kamehameha. It is like through Kaioken or some other bullshit that the Kamehameha is actually 10 times stronger than a base Kamehameha, and that didn't scratch Sin Shenron, but then with the ultra super full power Super Saiyan 4, or Ultra Super Saiyan 4, I think it's Ultra Full Power Super Saiyan 4, while holding back a bit, is able to completely damage Shenron to the point Shenron's panicking the shit out, just like, fuck, I need the Dragon Balls. Clearly, that has to be at least 10 times stronger. So, Ultra Full Power Super Saiyan Goku, with that in mind, would end up giving him a 4 million times multiplier on top of base form. Once Omega Shenron absorbs and swallows all the Dragon Balls, he becomes 10 times greater than before. However, this did not stop Goku from punching a hole through him with the Dragon Fist, meaning that Goku was at least able to damage someone who's at least 10 times more powerful than him using the Dragon Fist, which would give a massive attack potency, meaning that technically Goku with a Dragon Fist is 40 million times base. So in conclusion, it can be guessed that Super Saiyan 4 is not 4,000 times base, but it can be anywhere from 400,000 to 40 million times base. So where does that leave us with Gogeta? That means that Gogeta, from base Gogeta, which would be base Goku and base Vegeta, who are about, we could say, very easily low galaxy level, to 40, or let's just do the high ball of 400 million times stronger. It leaves them, and then there's an extra boost on top of being fused. We won't worry about that extra boost on top of being fused at the moment because, well, it's a little hard to say. We could say no, I won't mention the boost. But Goku and Vegeta themselves got 400,000 times stronger than their base form, and their base form is like low. Let's even just highball them to shitloads, and base Goku and Vegeta are galaxy level. If we say that they are galaxy level, then 400 million times stronger would leave them at, each of them at about 1/4 universal. So, even with them 400 million times stronger, Goku and Vegeta still aren't even close to being full universal, even with fusing, because they would need to be able to destroy 2 trillion galaxies, and if they're only able to get to about 1 billion, they're not going to be all that strong. Which really means that in regards at least to Dragon Ball Super, they aren't anywhere near the height of Super Saiyan God. Super Saiyan God is at least, 1/6 the universal. And unfortunately, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, he ain't getting even fucking close. We could at most hype Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta to be 1 billion times stronger than base Goku, because we're also counting Vegeta's power in there. And even with that, it's still not even touching into the power of Super. Just from Super Saiyan God. And that is unfortunately how strong Super Saiyan 4 and Gogeta are. Just nowhere near as strong as what you'd expect from the series, but just unable to really compare with Dragon Ball Super, because Dragon Ball Super scaling is bizarre.